Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to be looking at Crymachina for the PC. The game was developed by Theory Corporation and is published by Nice America. Crymachina is a 3D hack and slash all about android girls finding out what it means to be human. With this game being the spiritual successor to Crystar, is it any good? Let's find out. Our story is set in the vast future where mankind has become extinct. First we had some type of plague, and then after we survived that, we then had a war over resources. Some of mankind left Earth on a ship and headed out into the distant stars with the hope that humanity would survive with them. Fast forward a few hundred years, and everyone's dead. We now have android girls trying to become human, because the 8 guardians watching the ship are having some type of war against each other, and only one of them being human can apparently fix things. With this game being the spiritual successor to Crystar, I was expecting to really like these characters. But I don't. I tried, but I just don't seem to like them. There's a dozen or so characters within the game, but each and every one of them just feels hollow to me. It's like they're playing some type of trope character, but without any of the heart or soul that you'd be expecting. And I'm a bit confused on this, because I'm not sure if this has been done on purpose, with them being robots trying to become human. Gameplay is split up into 2 sections. The first is the storytelling side, and the second is the combat, both of which I found highly disappointing. Character interactions just look static and are repeated a lot. I really found these a slog to go through. If you are interested in the lore, that's great, but if you're not, well, you're going to have to sit down and get used to a lot of reading and listening. Combat itself isn't much good either, because every stage is pretty much over before it even starts, and you don't really get much to do in any of them. With the graphics, I'm a bit torn. Some parts of the game do look quite nice, but then you have other things like the drawn character images that just look strange, with all of them having giant foreheads or long necks like a giraffe. In-game graphics can be nice at times, but oddly they seem to switch from quite decent quality to grainy FMV to slightly blurred or pixelated. The biggest disappointment with Crymachina has to be its levels. Each stage is extremely small with little to no enemies in them. What's worse is that there's no real exploration given to you whatsoever. Each stage is nothing more than a straightforward corridor. Even supposed different areas look identical to the previous, and that the only real change that's given is a different tint as an overlay on the area. Honestly, I was expecting so much more from this game. I loved Crystar and I had big hopes for this one. I just felt let down on everything. Here's the details about the game in short. Game length is roughly about 15 hours and only about 6 of that is actual gameplay. The rest of it is storytelling being told, but not in a very interesting way. Characters seem very bland and wooden. Levels are short with no exploration given. Enemies are limited and there isn't a vast amount of varied selection. Graphics are okay, but I cannot really praise them. For what you're getting with this game's price, I can't really recommend this one. If you want a better game, then you could just buy Crystar. If you want a fun hack and slash, then there's so many better choices out there, such as Samurai Maiden, or a whole host of others. Well, that's it for this video guys. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and please subscribe.